could save you hundreds on your car insurance. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. You are listening live to the Stephen A. Smith Show, ESPN Radio, ESPN News. Lots of stuff to continue to get into. And let me get into something else, too. Let me get into all of this stuff about the Knicks because it's important to understand what's going on right here. Kyrie Irving may end up staying. But Kyrie Irving is not just a marquee talent in terms of his ability, his ball handling skills. St. Patrick's in Elizabeth, New Jersey. We know what he brings to the table. This brother is now box office. Kyrie Irving right now might be the greatest show in pro basketball. I want y'all to understand what I'm trying to say to y'all. At this moment in time, right now, I mean, watching Steph Curry shoot threes, particularly at the Oracle when that crowd's going crazy. Okay, that's one element we can't ignore. Here's the other. I ask you a simple question. Right now, John, Nuno, anybody, tell me who's a better basketball show than Kyrie Irving. I said this yesterday. I'm going to say it again. Kyrie Irving right now is the best show in basketball. To watch this brother's ball handling skills, to watch him put on a show the way he puts on a show. There's nobody like this, ladies and gentlemen. Steph Curry comes close when he's pulling up from 40. That's true. But Kyrie's ball handling skills, it is something to behold. And this dude is somebody you walk through. See, we usually walk through the turnstiles in football to see a team and to see a game and to see an event. When it comes to Kyrie Irving, you walk through the turnstiles to watch him. He's that special. He's that special. And here's where I'm at with it. Everybody, I don't know. I'm told he's 100. He's close to 100%. The knee is fine. It was bone on bone, no cartilage, tendon tear, inflammation, all of that stuff. He's fine. So assuming that's true, understand that everybody believes Kyrie's leaving. Kyrie, before the season began, stood before Boston Celtics fans and said, I am happy to be here for a long time if you'll have me. I have every intention of doing so. The operative words were, if you'll have me. But because Danny Ainge is a brilliant executive who has shown his muscle and muster, who's constantly looking to make a move, etc., Kyrie isn't interested in being bait for anybody. He wants to be where he wants to be. Ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready for something that'll make y'all laugh? John, look at me when I'm talking to you. Nuno, can you hear me? JC, can you hear me? Do y'all know that Kyrie Irving doesn't, to my understanding, and if I'm wrong, I need to look at the contract again because I haven't looked at the contract in a while, but I'm pretty sure he does not have a no-trade clause. That the Boston Celtics, if they wanted to, could trade him. Not that they're going to trade him, but that they could. Do you know that he has a no-trade, he doesn't have a no-trade clause, but Kentavious Caldwell-Pope does? You see, these are the kind of things that irritate people like Kyrie. It irritates me. And I cover the league. I like Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. I think in the right situation, he can prove to be a player, worth as much as Tim Hardaway Jr. is, who's making about $71 million from the Knicks before he got traded to the Mavericks. But Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is no Kyrie Irving. Why the hell does he have a no-trade clause, but Kyrie Irving does? But Kyrie Irving does not. LeBron, the specter of getting LeBron, Rich Paul using his influence to ensure that because he has LeBron. See, these are the kind of things that people look at. And anyway, because I digress, at the end of the day, here's what it comes down to. Nobody believes Kyrie's staying in Boston any longer. And I'm here to tell you right now, I'm praying he does not. I'm praying that Kyrie blesses Madison Square Garden with his perpetual presence for the next 4 to 5 years. I'm praying, literally praying. I've gotten on my knees. And I like Brad Stevens. And I respect the hell out of Danny Ainge. And that Boston Celtics fan base is phenomenal. I love going to Boston to watch those games. They treat me great. Love y'all. The Celtics as an organization, the security folks in TD Bank Garden, they're absolutely wonderful to me. I love all of those guys and ladies. They're phenomenal. But I want Kyrie in New York. Keep your team, be good, make the playoffs, challenge for a championship. I just want it to be against Kyrie in New York, not with Kyrie there. In my perfect world, it won't happen. But in my perfect world, Kyrie Irving wins the championship this year and leaves to come to New York. I would love that. Don't see it happening, though, because I don't see anybody beating Golden State. But the New York Knicks obviously are hoping for things. And they have targeted Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. That's what I'm being told. Those are the two that they think they can get. They really think they got a chance. And that's why they went all in. And for those of you out there that did not hear my position last week from the Super Bowl, I'll give it to you again. Do not, listen, people are going to talk to you about the media and New York Knicks. New York Knicks don't spin a damn soul. New York Knicks can't spin nobody but themselves with their history. But the truth is the truth. The New York Knicks had to move Porzingis. They had to get rid of this man. Porzingis did not want to be there. He hasn't wanted to be there for a long time. He does not respect the organization. This is not about Steve Mills and Scott Perry because they just got at the helm this season. We know who's been running the Knicks. It was Phil Jackson, who didn't even see Frank Ntilikina before drafting him. Don't get me started on Phil Jackson. Not the coach, the 11-time champion. I'm talking about the executive. Don't get me started on Phil, the executive. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he should be arrested for theft. Handcuffed. James Dolan should file charges against his behind. He should be prosecuted to the full extent of NBA laws with the robbery that he committed. Stealing $60 million. That's exactly what he did. Porzingis didn't want to be there. Porzingis had every intention to want to leave. He couldn't force his way out literally to that degree. But if Porzingis is there and he's telling you he's going to sign a qualifying offer, which would mean a 1-year deal, which, by the way, would leave him as an unrestricted free agent, stripping the New York Knicks of any leverage that they may have had, they had no choice because essentially here's all that meant. If you keep me here, I'm going to let it be known I don't want to be here. And that's not exactly a recruiting tool for you to have at your disposal when you're trying to get marquee free agents to come here. So that is the situation. And certainly the pettiness of James Dolan, which I articulated yesterday, putting Porzingis up on a TV screen, highlighting how he missed an exit meeting following the 2016-2017 season is just petty. Is James Dolan the child? As brilliant of an executive and a businessman he may be, we all know his record ain't the same as a basketball mind or a steward of a basketball franchise. And when you see stuff like this, you recognize how petty and pathetic he can be. This truly is the dude that pay other people so he can be the opening act. It's just petty. And he needs to do better. So the bottom line is this. You look at it from that perspective, and what it comes down to is that the New York Knicks are in a situation where they've got cap space for 2 max players. And Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving would be something special. It would be something special that none of us could disagree, dismiss, or anything like that. But can they pull it off? They already tried Anthony Davis, and the Pelicans wouldn't cave even when they were offering Porzingis. So why the hell would they do that now? New York Knicks can't get Anthony Davis. Not yet. Unless, of course, they get the number 1 overall pick. Who knows what's possible? But even then, I doubt they'd be able to pull off giving up Anthony Davis or acquiring Anthony Davis. So it appears to be KD with Kyrie or KD with Kemba. We shall see. We shall see. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. You're listening live to Stephen A. ESPN Radio, ESPN News. We'll get back to your calls or to your calls in a minute. By the way, when you're hiring, you don't want to waste time sorting through dozens of irrelevant resumes, do you? You want an efficient way to get to a short list of qualified candidates. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes. Set up screening questions based on your job requirements. Then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. Discover why 3 million businesses use Indeed for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.com/hire. Search for greatness. Search Indeed. Your calls and more in a minute with Stephen A. ESPN Radio, ESPN News.
Learn what affects your credit scores and what you can do to improve them with Credit Karma. Maybe you need to dispute an error in your credit report, or you're paying too much interest. Credit Karma can help with that. Visit Credit Karma.